With pleasure, I present Ms. Ambreen Maan, candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science cum laude in biology, who will offer some remarks on behalf of the student community of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Father Garanzini, Dean and Provost, esteemed faculty and staff, our amazing keynote speaker, George McGraw, family, friends, and the class of 2014. Thank you all for being here today and giving me this opportunity to speak on your behalf. In the final days leading up to graduation, I found myself constantly reminiscing over my time at Loyola. Hanging out with friends in Damon, running to the beach the moment it finally got warm enough, Colossus weekend madness, and oh yeah, occasionally studying too. For the past 4 years, our lives have been here. It may have passed by in the blink of an eye, but so much has happened in that time. We've made new friends, stepped out of our comfort zones, overcome obstacles we never imagined we'd face, and in the process, we found ourselves. One of the first things I remember from freshman orientation is how much they drilled into our heads the Loyola promise of a transformative education. Back then, being the naive freshman that I shrugged it off, doubting that a university could really have that much impact on a person. Of course, I was wrong. The idea behind Loyola's transformative education is that faith and reason can be utilized together to help students grow, not only in their careers, but also on a personal level. With the aid of a diverse core curriculum and a variety of student groups to help fuel any passion from photography to Quidditch, Loyola has given us room to learn and grow as well-rounded individuals. Although sometimes fulfilling the core was a bit of a pain, it taught us to view the world through different lenses and gave us the opportunity to dip our toes in different fields and find our true passion. The transformation, however, is not just limited to the four walls of the classroom. It goes beyond that, as each of us have faced our own unique experiences, our own struggles, that once overcome, reveal a strong, powerful adult ready to take on the world. While I can't speak for the struggles each of you have gone through, I can speak for my own. Some of the most important lessons we learn as undergraduates come from outside the classroom. And midway through my journey at Loyola, I was hit with my hardest exam. During my sophomore year, I was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer. That was an exam I wasn't ready to take, and no amount of all-nighters was going to pull me through. It was a scary, dark time in which my strength and faith were truly put to the test. 1 second, I was a normal college student going to classes and studying in the IC, and the next, I was in the hospital getting chemotherapy. It was all so unreal, and to this day, I have a hard time understanding it. As difficult as that time was, I am lucky to say that I didn't have to go it alone. So many of my classmates and professors came out and visited me in the hospital. They brought me flowers and well wishes. It was heartwarming, and I will never forget the love and kindness they showed me. It was their support, along with that of my family's, that gave me the courage to keep going. Not only did I have a strong support network at home, but I also had one right here on campus, so that when I did finally beat cancer, I had an amazing group of individuals right here ready to get me back on track and back on my feet. With the encouragement of my advisors, professors, and classmates, especially those in the Muslim Students Association, I was able to look at my diagnosis with a positive perspective. Instead of crippling me, it made me stronger. My struggles gave me the passion and drive I needed to pursue my dreams, while Loyola gave me the education, skills, and relationships that would make those dreams all the more tangible. So has Loyola transformed me over these past 4 years? It certainly has, as I'm sure it has changed each and every one of the graduates sitting here today. You might not have had one big defining moment. Instead, it is a litany of small encounters, inner battles, little moments that seemed insignificant at the time that have come together to form the essence of who you are today. There was a point in my life when I seriously doubted that I would ever make it to this moment. But here I am. Here we all are, despite that one class we were sure would be the end of us, despite that nagging voice in the back of our head during finals week telling us we'd never pass, despite whatever difficulties, small or monumental, that stood in our way, here we are, ready to take on the world by storm. Be proud of the person you are today, and no matter what you do in life after this moment, do it with passion and love. Take the invaluable lessons you learned as undergraduates at Loyola to go forth and set the world on fire. Congratulations.
Dr. Alex Grigorescu, Associate Professor of Political Science, will now introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. George McGraw.